everyone. Welcome to our presentation on the Habit Tracker app. I'm Ryan Bouapheng.
And I'm Tiffani Singleton, and we're very excited to share our project. So let's start off with the problem that we aim to solve. So for many people, a lot of people struggle to build and maintain good habits, and this can be due to a lack of visible reminders and progress. So a habit tracker is a great way to build a routine, and we wanted to put calendars and graphs that would help to keep users accountable.
We created a Habit Tracker app to solve that. It helps users stay consistent by offering reminders, progress tracking, and a clean, intuitive interface.
Some of the key requirements for this project included daily habit tracking and logging, customizable habits, a progress overview, reminders and notifications, as well as load storage.
And for inputs, we accept user-defined habit names, reminder times, and checkboxes for completion. The outputs include visual habit displays, a progress bar, and system notifications.
And now we're going to look into the design of our project. So, we created our initial mockups using Figma. We aimed for a minimalist and accessible UI, and the goal was to be simplistic, but without sacrificing our functionality. And we wanted our app to be easy to use, easy to understand for anybody.
The main screens include a home page to view and log daily habits, a progress page to see 30 days of heat maps, and a settings page to control notifications and theme options.
So now let's go over our core features and functionality. So for the first one, we have daily habit logging. So users can create, view, edit, and delete any habits that they want to keep track of. Users can also create any specific habits that they want by pressing the plus button, and then they can name it and save it. And we have two methods for progress overview. So on the main page, we have a daily progress bar on the bottom of the screen, which will update depending on how many tasks have been completed for that day. And also on the progress page, we have a 30-day outlook of progress. And so for the 30-day outlook, it'll turn more green the more tasks that have been completed that day. We also have reminders and notifications. So when users create or edit their task, they can set when they want to be notified to check off their habits. And finally, we have local storage. So instead of relying on a server, our data is stored in list.
And we also kept the backend simple but efficient, focusing on reliability even when the app is offline.
Okay, and so now we're going to go into the UML diagram. So this shows how our app is structured.
At the top,
You see Habit Tracker app, which initializes the app, then home screen handles the logic like adding and editing tasks. Then we have progress screen, which handles data visualization.
And we also included classes like the settings screen, as well as the appearance screen on the next page, so that we can manage app themes and preferences.
So for testing, our testing plan had 3 major areas: data input, notifications, and local storage.
So for data input, we ensured users could create, edit, and delete tasks. And we also validated input, so users couldn't input like empty tasks.
We also checked notifications, timing, by setting reminders and checking if they showed up in real world scenarios like background mode or phone on silent mode.
And finally, we tested the local storage. And so we used shared preferences to ensure the app worked fully offline and persisted across all user sessions.
So let's get to challenges and some of the bugs we ran into. So some of the bugs we ran into were dark theme mode, merging to main branch in GitHub, and calendar maps. Let's elaborate on that. First with dark theme mode.
So with the dark theme mode, we wanted dark theme to be our default, but syncing up the light and the dark mode across all the screens was a challenge for us. So in our final version, it's not fully functional yet, but in the future, we would love to implement a more centralized theme controller.
Also, we had trouble merging Git branches. One branch hadn't been updated in a while, which caused conflicts. Our solution? We made that branch the new main and pushed all our updates there.
And lastly, we had a challenge with the calendar heat map. So we had plans to show the completion levels using color opacity, but making the data like accessible across all the pages was a bit of a challenge. So in a future version, more research and restructuring of our code could help us implement this properly.
Now, code snippets. Let's walk through some of the core code now. In main.dart, we initialize the app and use material app to control theming.
Inside of the home screen, we also manage a list of task objects, which allows users to add, edit, or delete them. And we calculate progress using the calculate progress method.
For settings, we use list tile widgets to allow navigation to different customization areas like appearance or notification.
And in the appearance.dart file, we use share preferences to store the light and dark themes and toggle them with the set dark theme method.
Lastly, in progress.dart, we created a basic heat map view by calculating task counts per day and mapping them to colors.
All right, so to wrap things up, the habit tracker is a practical and easy to use tool for building up good habits. And we focused on having a simple UI, being able to have things customizable, and also focusing on offline access.
Yeah, today we learned a lot through this project, especially in areas like creating heat maps, managing local data, and handling complex Git workflows.
All right. Thank you so much for watching our project, and make sure to check out our GitHub repo.
And remember, building habits is easier when you track them. We hope our out helps that make it possible. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.